Alright guys, time to do a little maintenance on the existing fleet here. Doing an oil change. Already got the filter and the oil change, so we're good to go on that. Oil looked great coming out of this thing. Now we're gonna do a little boom maintenance. And particularly where these fiberglass joints meet the steel. So you get one on each end of that center fiberglass, and then this one up here is the main one. There's probably one down there. We're probably gonna take that cover off. But I have noticed climbing up on this thing from time to time that the sealer around the ends here is getting bad and needs to be replaced. So some of this maintenance might seem pretty trivial, but it might end up saving your butt, because you wouldn't want that joint there to come apart. So let's get up here and take a look at that. Okay, some of this too is things you ought to look out for if you're going to buy your own bucket as we go through this. Number one reason we're here is the sealer at this joint, especially here, was coming out, and the front looks even worse. Come over here to this side. This side doesn't look that bad. It actually looks pretty good. We might leave it, clean it, and put a cover over it. But let's get into sort of things to look for on these joints. You can see right here, hopefully without the sun, you can see spider cracking running through the gel coat. I wouldn't say it's not a concern. It could be a concern, but you got to look through it and make sure it's not a concern. So again, you see sort of starts at the top, sort of runs down and fades out. How have I determined it's not a concern? Well, there are a couple areas, like right here, where it's actually chipped out the gel coat. Let's make sure you can see there. So you can see this spider crack rolling down through here. You can see this spider crack rolling down through here. Here you can see it's just the gel coat's cracked. The fiberglass is not cracked. So now if those gel coat cracks were real wide, you'd need to grind them out and look underneath them, make sure the fiberglass isn't cracked out or starting to crack. The other thing, these old booms are pretty tough. The previous owners have gotten this one down into these upper supports. Like I say, I can't get into that one. It's got to be these uppers. So like if you're turned a little bit sideways and you're really trying to reach something low, you can get this lower boom down to this side support, and I'm assuming that's what happened there. So you can see they have cracked the gel coat completely off this thing in places. Damn, it even looked like it rubbed there for a while, or somebody did a little grind repair. But that's the reason I'm not super concerned, is that I can actually see the fiberglass in places. I see the fiberglass is not cracking. Fiberglass will flex a lot, and the gel coat doesn't particularly like that. So that is one thing to look for. You're looking at auction pictures on one, unless they've got real good up close pictures of this, you will not see that. So this is a 2005 boom, and I'll do a video on that truck before I put this video out. So this one just rolled into the yard here. This is a 99, so we'll take a look at the fiberglass on this one real quick. So this is a 75-foot platform height, 80-foot reach. It's got a couple pockets of rust on it, nothing bad, little surface rust. Same thing happening right here at the corner. We're gonna need to do this joint as well. They really packed the sealer in there. But just to look at this joint here, this one's different. Instead of going over the outside, it goes in the inside. So where mine shows a lot of spider cracks in this portion, if there are, you'd never see it. So maybe that's just their way of avoiding people worrying about it. But this one here, even though it's an older boom, it's lower hours, it has no gel coat cracks in it. Let's get down, and if we look on the underside of it, it is dirty. Haven't cleaned it, but little scuff mark there. Guess they didn't put the decal on very straight. Looks kind of pretty angled. But Let's see, sort of lean down, look. Yep, I don't see where this boom's really gotten into anything. This boom has had a pampered life. It was at an airport its entire life, so it won't fly right now. Get you out of the sun. Something's wrong with it, it won't fly, but we'll work through that. And not sure what we'll do with it from there, but fiberglass looks great on that one. Fiberglass on this one, a little more used up, but still worth repairing. Let's look at these joints. It's number one, and I don't have an applicator to use this thing, so I might end up just dipping it out, or I might have to wait and get an applicator, we'll see. But this is the sealer that Terex specs for this repair. 3M550. We'll get up here where we're going to start. Tools of the trade are nothing special. Putty knife. Get the rust out of there. We'll run over that with a wire wheel. I got my little pick to dig out the caulking. And this one, I haven't removed any of the caulking like this. This one, it was looking like this. That's why I was covering the boom. You can see we do still have some caulking in here. It's still attached to the fiberglass, not as well attached to the steel, but I do actually have some rust reforming paint that I'll probably spray this. Once I grind it, I'm gonna spray it with rust reforming paint. Let that cure off, and then we're gonna put the sealer on. Even if I have to dip it out of that can with a stick and lay it in, we're gonna lay it in, smooth it out, make it look decent. And yeah, now that I'm looking down the top too, this is the stuff you want to get rid of. These little rust bubbles, surface rust up under the paint. Need to get rid of all that, get that reformed and cleaned up. You definitely don't want that running up under this fiberglass and trying to pop this fiberglass in the winter. Don't want water in there. Okay, yep, just clean up a bunch of this. I'm gonna go ahead and throw a coat of paint on all this. Still got a couple areas to hit. I did come over and hit this area right here just to show that you can see that crack comes right up the center right there in the gel coat, but it does not go through the fiberglass. So just to prove that gel coat cracks can just be gel coat, and not a showstopper. Not saying I'd completely overlook them, but you definitely got to dig into them. And I'll probably do another video, get some gel coat, and we'll repair a bunch of gel coat on this old boom. All right, got tired of squatting down, stood her up, so I just sprayed in some brake clean. And my air hose is way down there, blew it all off. So we've cleaned the boom up. Because it's so rusty, I'm concerned if I just put in the sealer that the rust will start growing again and pop it back out. So we're going to use some rust reformer. This stuff is supposed to convert rust into an iron oxide that is inert. nice warm day. This old boom is skin up. So let's get over here. I think I'm gonna go heavy. Let her cure for a while. Now you can get a good look at this fiberglass. It's definitely got some scarring, but I think we can repair it, smooth that out, and make that look a lot better too. A little windy today. Alright guys, a good hour later, we've got the boom sprayed down. This has a camo look to it. Got our joints sprayed real well. I'm gonna climb down without falling off here. Back joint sprayed down. I didn't do the underside. It actually seemed like it was pretty well adhered. Oh, goodness. Took care of some rusty spots all through here. I do see a little bit more. Probably need to pull this wheel well cover. It's starting to show some rust. Yeah, I don't know why I would even bother. Look at all that. There's almost nothing left. Need to refloor that bend right there. No reason to even bother. I did take this cover off here. It was pretty rusty. And we have just painted all that. That bend there. That bend looks pretty good still. So while we're at it, might as well take care of a bunch of stuff. So all right, I'm gonna take a break and then we'll get on putting the sealer on. Well, I wanted to take a break, but everybody's inside taking a nap. New puppy, the wife. I did find my caulking gun here, so I don't have to do this by hand. I'm not any good at this anyway. Oh yeah, this is gonna make a hell of a mess. Definitely get the corners. I know you guys probably couldn't see half of what I was doing on the underside, but clean up a little bit. Alrighty, sort of come over here to the other side. That looks a little better. Back that corner. Once I'm done, I'll show you what it looks like. On the side of the boom, that's going to be, hopefully the paint will stick to it. We'll rerun this top joint. I'm messy. Messy. Alrighty. right, it ain't pretty, but I think it'll keep the water out. That's the main thing. We might need to hit that little spot just one more time. I'll probably nip these corners a little bit more. But that ought to give plenty of adhesive area. So all right, I'm gonna finish up this other side down here and we'll come back. Don't beat me up too bad. I know it's ugly. I've always hated caulking, but not too bad. It will keep water out. That is the main thing. Pretty ain't what I'm going for here. We did go ahead and re-caulk the front of this one. I just cleaned it real well and applied another layer. It didn't seem to have any rust. It was very well adhered. I couldn't poke it with a scraper. And then this area here sucks. This is like a horrible design. You can't even hardly get a pinky in there to smooth that out, but we got some in there, and I think it'll hold a little thin right there. I might go grab the caulking gun and throw a little more in there. Well, that's that part. Let's see if we can get the thing painted up. It's gotten cloudy. It wasn't supposed to rain, but it's about 70 degrees, so I thought it was a good day for it. So hopefully we can get an hour, this thing will skin over. Well, looking better. Still waiting on that stuff to dry. I don't want to paint it. I did paint this area. It looks pretty good. Definite 50-50 truck. 50 feet, 50 mile an hour. Look pretty good. It's amazing how one little can of rust reformer painted all that, and the 25% bigger can of white didn't do but about half of it. Boom's still a little streaky. Got a little windier than it should have been today, and what I thought it was going to be. Gosh, I got a mess. I am probably going to can the rattle can, so to speak. And let's see. Rust-Oleum. See, I've used this. I don't like that. Probably get some Rust-Oleum, a can of white single stage implement paint, and spray it with a gun. It's just too much to do with the old rattle can. And if you've ever rattle canned anything, I wasn't really thinking about it at the time when I bought it, but you get oil or acetone on it, it tends to run and turn to crap pretty quick. And this bin here tends to be oily because it's the saws storing it. So that's gonna wrap this one. I hate to leave one unfinished, but I'm gonna leave her up while she dries at least. When I get home later today, I'll rack it back up. Still want to get that cover off and check in there, and but ran out of time today. This took longer than I expected. That's how most projects usually go. So hope you enjoy. Like, subscribe. Always more to come. Sooner or later we'll be on that one.